Hey loves, thanks for watching. I turned my girlfriend into an Instagram baddie. Stay tuned to watch how I created this look.
Notice, bro. Notice, bro. She's on another level. Her passion and skills will make you revel. Go to the top level with her, bro.
So first step is moisturizing. I'm using my e.l.f. Daily Hydrating Moisturizer to moisturize her face. I'm now going in my ABH Brow Dip in Ebony. I'm also using a MAC angle brush. I do not have the number on hand, but I will include it in the description. So I am now going in with my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Deep. I'm doing this to clean up underneath her brow and to sculpt her brow shape. So I'm using my favorite brush to buff out underneath her brows. It's the MAC 227 brush. So to carve out the shape of the brow, I'm using Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Hazelnut. I'm using my MAC 242 brush. I am now going in with my Real Technique contour brush. I like to use this brush to buff out any harsh edges. I'm also putting on her base. I am using my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Deep. So I am now going in with the ABH and M palette. I'm going in with the shade 1988 with a Morphe M412 brush to shape her outer crease shade. So from the same palette, I'm going in with the shade New Yanker with a Morphe M433 brush to blend out around her crease shade. So I want to deepen this crease shade, so I'm going in with the shade BK and dragging it out to the outer V of her owl shape. To cut her crease, I am going in with the P. Louise Blank Canvas base. I'm also using a MAC 242 brush. The best way to get a good crease is to make sure you pack the product on your brush. Make sure you flatten it on both sides and tap into the crease where you want the shade to go. With my MAC 227 brush, I'm going to buff out her crease shade. So I'm using a flat eyeshadow brush and I'm going in with the shade Wasted and packing it on her inner crease. So on the outer crease, I am packing on the shade Liddy. So to find the crease some more, I'm going back in with BK in 1988. I'm going to do a half of wing liner on her lid. I'm using an ABH liquid liner. So to prep her lashes for a lash application, I am going in with the Maybelline Collagen Waterproof Mascara. Next, I'm applying some Mink Lashes by Ziva Lash. The style, I believe, is Brick K. So to prep her skin for application, I am going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder and I am tapping that into her skin. I am priming her face with the Touch and Soul No Problem Primer. So to apply her foundation, I am using a beauty blender and the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Hazelnut. So to make sure she is beat and blended, I am going in with my Juvia's Place foundation brush. So to highlight, I am going underneath her eyes with the Tarte Shape Tape in Deep. I like to let the concealer sit for a little while, so I'm going in with my contour kit by Black Radiance and I'm sculpting her face. So to sculpt and contour her nose, I'm using the M334 brush, it's by Morphe. So with a damp beauty blender, I'm tapping upward to blend in the highlight. So to highlight the bridge of her nose, I use a thin brush. It does not have a name. And I just go down the center of her nose. So I'm going in with Tan Deep Honey by Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm using my Real Technique setting brush. I like to do this just to add a little bit more detail and definition with sculpting her face. To set, I am using the Sasha Buttercup. So I'm dusting away the setting powder. I'm using a buffing brush by Juvia's Place. It's actually in her red brush set that she has on her site. So to make her eyes pop, I'm going in with the black eyeshadow and I'm lining her lower lid. I also went in with a little bit of blank canvas just to make her eyes pop a little bit more. So for lips, I'm going in with the Crayon Case lip liner in Bare. Next, I am going in with the Crayon Case Liquid Lip in the shade Marie. Lastly, I'm applying Clean Kisses by the Crayon Case to top this lip look off.